Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Judith Lahota. I'm the president of the Calumet Ecological Park Association, or CEPA for short. On behalf of CEPA and the co-sponsors of this event, the Southeast Chicago Historical Society, the City of Chicago, the Friends of the Parks, I welcome you to the Calumet Celebrates the Burnham Plan. These three organizations, are partners in the Burnham Plan Centennial. You received a 5 things you can do card. It's this card here. If you didn't get one, you should pick one up on your way out. Please check out the programs offered by more than 200 partners in our 3-state region. Daniel Burnham is the father of city planners. I believe that we are all city planners. City officials for sure. John Pope, our alderman. Chambers of Commerce. Organizations like CEPA and Friends of the Park. Individuals like you who attend meetings, write letters, express your opinions. We are all city planners. I commend you and I thank you for attending this event as we participate in planning our public places. Please welcome Grace Soa, the CEPA treasurer and provider of luscious wine and cheese.
Daniel Burnham and George Bernard Shaw were contemporaries. Shaw wrote John Bull's Other Island in 1904. Both men had serious concerns about the problems of cities. Burnham expressed his through city planning, Shaw his through playwriting. While you are listening to this play, think about the golf course on Lake Calumet. The golf course that none of us can afford to use. Please, no cell phones and no photos during the performance. Give you?
Thank you, Grace, for having this wonderful idea. The gentlemen here are picking up the screen, and we will be showing some PowerPoint slide in a few minutes. Would you please hold all your questions until after all the presenters have presented their programs. Let's welcome Barney Janicki, President of the Southeast Chicago Historical Society. Barney.
Thank you, Judy. Can I be heard in the back there? The powers that be instructed me to be brief in my introduction of Mr. Rod Sellers. It is just as well, since if I were to give you Rod's background, his education, his teaching career, his achievements, and his involvement in the community, I'm afraid it would take up the entire evening. To begin with, Rod graduated from the University of Illinois and later received 2 master's degrees, one in urban studies and one in public service. Rod also taught for 33 years in the Chicago Public Schools, mainly at Burnham High School as well as George Washington High School. As a teacher, he has received many awards, such as the Golden Apple finalist, the Illinois Law Teacher of the Year, and the Oppie Award from the Oppenheimer Family Foundation. Rod is also an accomplished author and has written many articles for newspapers, magazines, and the internet. He co-authored a book entitled Chicago Southeast Side, which everybody's familiar with, I hope, which was so well received that Arcadia Publishing asked him to author another one entitled Chicago Southeast Side, which is still available. Rod's latest effort involves working on the presentation for the 100-year centennial of the 1909 Daniel Burnham Plan. Rod's focus is on how the plan continues to live and how it will affect the Southeast Side. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce to you a friend and a favorite son of the Southeast Chicago Historical Museum, Mr. Rod Sellers.
I don't use a microphone. This is 34 years of teaching. And that's the last time I tell Barney to keep it short. So let's get into this because we're already late. I'm going to talk about Daniel Burnham's plan of 1909 and how it applied to the Southeast Side. And that's kind of difficult because most of Burnham's plan affected the central area. So you got to really dig to pull out some things. And some of this is, it's my own interpretation. So here we go. This is the plan of Chicago. And it's not that long a document. It was very well received, partially because of the artwork, much of which was done by Jules Guerin, a friend of Daniel Burnham and a very effective artist. This is part of a regional drawing he did of the area. And I kind of focused on the Southeast Side, which you can pick out from Lake Calumet, Wolf Lake, and Lake George.
Now I'd like to introduce Neil Bizanko, the Executive Director of the South Chicago Chamber of Commerce.
I must salute the people in this room. What has happened, this transformation is mind-boggling. I remember the Bowen Environmental Club in 1971. We sure have come a long way, baby. So I salute each of you for being a part of this. It's my extreme privilege to introduce a lady that is a worker for 25 years to improve conditions along the lakefront, Eleanor Romer. And she's been a practicing attorney since 1984. She, let me look at my notes. She was a staff attorney for the Lake Federation from 1977 to 1992. 1990 to 1991, she was a city corporation councilor. In 1993 to 2004, she was an adjunct professor at the School of Education at Roosevelt. She's been with, which in 2004 to 5, she was a Fulbright scholar in Bucharest, Romania, in comparative constitutional law. And she's been with the Friends of the Park and has recently been the project manager for the last 4 miles as the Director of Public Trust and Policy. I'd like to introduce you to someone we should all be proud of, and thanking her for 25 years of community service, protecting our environment, Eleanor Romer.
Well, I'm very privileged to be here, and I'm smiling because Neil, I was so privileged that he wanted to introduce me. And he asked me to send him a little information about myself. And I've had a number of very wonderful experiences. Mainly, I like to summarize myself to say that I'm dedicated to public spaces, which we all share, and to public institutions, which frame our actions.